Diddy has accused the government of leaking a tape involving his ex-girlfriend, Cassie, to the media. He claims that he was warned about the leak just hours before it became public, raising questions about the motivations behind the government's actions. This allegation adds another layer of controversy to Diddy's ongoing legal troubles, as he faces multiple accusations. The music mogul is now demanding answers, insisting that the leak was an intentional move to damage his reputation amidst his legal battles. Sean Diddy Combs' legal team has filed a notice of intent to appeal for his release after being denied bail twice. The 54-year-old music mogul was arrested on September 16th at a Manhattan hotel, facing charges of racketeering and prostitution-related crimes. He's accused of orchestrating and allegedly and his victims. Currently held at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, Combs is focusing on his defense while building a top-tier legal team. Stay tuned for updates on this high-profile case as it unfolds.
It's official, Sean P. Diddy Combs is going to be staying in jail. At his appeal hearing today, his bail was once again denied.
Alright, let's talk more about Diddy.
Sean Diddy Combs has been denied bail and will remain in custody as he faces charges of racketeering, conspiracy, and as trafficking. A federal judge ruled Tuesday. Judge Robin Tarnowski told him her concern is this is a crime that happens behind closed doors, even when pretrial services is monitoring. Combs was charged with racketeering, conspiracy, as trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The judge told Combs there were no conditions she could find to assure her that he would appear in court if released. Combs' defense attorneys proposed to put him on home detention with the $50 million bond secured by his Miami residence, according to a bail motion earlier today. Combs did not react when the judge made her ruling. He took a sip of water from a bottle at the table before he was let out of the courtroom. Combs' lawyer said his team is going to appeal the decision to hold the hip-hop artist and music mogul without bail. His lawyer said, quote, he's going to clear his name and we're going to stand by his side as he does. We believe in him wholeheartedly. And he reiterated that he believes Combs didn't do these things, and that's why Combs pleaded not guilty to all the charges earlier today. And the lawyer also said the bail appeal will take place in the same courtroom tomorrow on Wednesday in front of a different judge. I honestly can't see any judge that would be willing to release him.
Well, according to the judge, Diddy's bail has been denied. A judge denied bail on Tuesday of Sean Combs after the music mogul pleaded not guilty to 3 federal charges connected to alleged ex abuse. Now, just to be clear, Diddy's team offered up $50 million to set bail. He was offering his Miami home and his mama Joyce's home too. On top of that, he decided to give all of his children's passports up. He was also selling his airplane as well. Now, all of this is going on. Kevin Liles is stepping down as 300's entertainment CEO. He said, at the end of this month, I'm stepping down and stepping aside, departing from WMG. Although, to ensure the excess transition, I'll continue to consult with the team through the end of the year. 50 Cent is chilling with Drew Barrymore. He ain't got to worry about the 1,000 bottles of lube. And also, I think this may be one of the reasons. Last night when Diddy was picked up, he allegedly had pink powder on him. Y'all know what pink powder is. That he wasn't prepared for them to come get him. Not gonna lie, I was a little nervous when he was offering that $50 million. You know, everything that he was listing sound reasonable, but it didn't work. I was a little nervous about him getting bail because he did offer $50 million. He offered to wear a monitor. He offered to give up all his children's passport. He was doing everything he could possibly not to go to jail. Baby, it's going to be funny in that bitch. They better put him in a private area. That's all I got to say. I'm about to go live.
Sean Combs denied bail for the second time in as many days. Just came out, the federal district judge Andrew Carter said no to Puff Daddy's request for release from jail during the pendency of his criminal charges. Now, why is that important? Well, one, at the arraignment, the judge said, I think he's too much of a risk. Puff Daddy's team, his criminal defense attorneys, did a nice job. And what do I mean by that? They knew the indictment was coming. So what they did is they offered the prosecution a bail package. They raised what they call a bail package. First, you usually try to negotiate that with the prosecutor's office to say, I'm giving you this package. So it means with this package, we're trying to assure i.e. the judge and or the prosecution, that he's not going to flee the jurisdiction before the trial.
Where are you and your client with respect to the federal investigation?
So at this time, I can't go into details about that situation. There will be a time where we can talk about that very shortly. I do not want to impede the federal government or anything that they're doing, or to halt or prevent anything that they're doing by preliminarily saying anything or doing anything.
Can I just pick up on something you said?
Very
you said
shortly.
very shortly.
Yes, I was thinking.
I just hired local counsel in California. We will be filing that lawsuit within the week. I also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop.
I think that the average folk and legal scholars are all just kind of like gobsmacked about. He was denied bail.
I wasn't gobsmacked about it. I actually predicted he would not get bail, given the circumstances, given his status. He's an alleged billionaire. What's $50 million?
I want to ask you about your client, Adria, and how much the feds talked to her beforehand, because I know in the lawsuit she names Tamiko Thomas, says she was like a Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, in our scenario, the feds already had their case and had a substantial over 100 witnesses at the time that we filed our case. So the conversation was pretty brief. Looking at the indictment, it seems like it was mainly focused on one victim, Cassie Ventura. I think that in the coming days, like you alluded to before,
a lawyer for one of Diddy's accusers has claimed that he and a more high-profile person were present in a video involving acts at his Atlanta home. Ariel Mitchell Kidd said that she had been contacted regarding the sale of one of his tapes. She said there's tapes leaking around Hollywood, but one particular person reached out to her to shop a video they had possession of and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they wanted to buy it before it became public knowledge. Ariel couldn't reveal who the other person was, but said that the person is more high profile than Diddy and says the video is in nature. Ariel also added that the other person was not looking into the video, and so to her, it doesn't seem like the person knows they're being videotaped, like they were being recorded in secret. Follow us for live updates.
I mean, at this point, I can't even say I'm shocked about it, because there's two things Curtis Jackson loves: money and just ragging on people that he know are bad people. Because what do you mean he's going to executive produce a documentary on Diddy now with Netflix? Look, 50 Cent's had beef with a lot of people over the years, and it's been hysterical all the way through, because usually he ends up being right about most of it. And I thought this was crazy, but the fact that it's coming from Variety's usually really...
Someone said 50 Cent has been making a Diddy documentary for the last 10 years and just sold it to Netflix. 10 years is crazy. How badly do you have to be preying on another person's downfall? How badly must you be preying on the op's downfall that you plotted their downfall 10 years in advance and have been working on a documentary on their downfall